Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtapraya Shabadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Sloke Bhaktir Pavadineshti Mogam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langeri Grim Yet Kripatam Vande Shri Guru Dinadaridam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishwapadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bodhale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunivadi Pashati Desharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So anyone in this batch who have not received the Bhakti Shastri certificate yet? Who's this Adbhuta Gopal Das?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I'm from Chennai, ISKCON.
Okay.
So Aishwarya Mataji, she's in ISKCON Chennai, so she is one of my class student. So she mentioned about this Bhakti Vaibhav as I was trying to discuss with her.
No, did you submit your Bhakti Shastri certificate?
No, Mataji, I'm just joining. Bhakti Shastri is completed. I have the certificate. Today I'm joining
to her.
Yes, Mataji. Sent it.
Yeah, you should inform me, no? When some new joinees.
I messaged Mataji.
I didn't see the message. When did you message?
Today morning, Mataji.
I didn't see. Okay, I should be informed. Like, and also the certificate should be sent to me. We can't allow anybody in the class because the certificate should be sent to me, the authority, not to anyone else.
Okay.
And what about others? Okay, did you all receive the certificate? Did anyone not receive? Vidya Shruti Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, I received. I have the certificate.
You from which batch now?
She was in our batch, Mataji.
Sunday batch, no? Okay.
Yes, Mataji, yeah.
And Archana Sri Radha Mataji?
Yeah. She was also...
Yes, Mataji, I received the certificate. I did in the previous batch, Mataji. Along with Thursday batch people, I completed, Mataji. Actually, I completed in 2023, Mataji, January. But I couldn't join when you started the new batch in the October, Mataji. So actually, I should be in the Thursday batch, but I couldn't join in that batch. So I'm joining this batch, Mataji.
Okay, okay.
Hare Krishna,
what about
Mataji.
others? All of you received?
No, Mataji, I did not receive. Kusumlata.
Sharan Prabhu, you're there? No. Okay, just...
when we are likely to receive, Mataji?
All of them received. Everyone received.
I didn't receive, Mataji.
Ruchi Mataji, did you receive your Bhakti Shastri certificate?
Yes, Mataji, she was in our group. Ruchi
yes, Mataji,
group.
I have received.
That is Sunday batch. So Kusumlata Mataji didn't receive. Rajalakshmi Mataji, you received, no?
Yes, Mataji.
No, Rajalakshmi Padma Mataji. Can't hear you. Okay, so others, okay, all of you have received. Kusumlata Mataji's certificate, I didn't see. I have to check for the downloads. I'll check with okay. Because this is going to be very strict because this Bhakti Shastri, okay, we were allowing everyone, but in Bhakti Vaibhav, the problem is, I'll tell now itself that those who are not initiated, okay, your names cannot be sent to the Mayapur Institute because the minimum eligibility is to take initiation, okay, for a Bhakti Vaibhav course. So, as of now, initially, we were not allowing them. Please take care of your mics, Kusumlata Mataji. Okay, so Initially, we were not allowing them, but now we are allowing you to write the exam. The thing is, after the course duration is supposed to be 3 years. So at the end of 3 years, we expect you to take initiation. If you're not initiated, your name cannot be sent to Mayapur Institute, because only initiated name will be typed in the certificate of Bhakti Vaibhav. Okay, so now itself I'm saying, later on, don't say that we have given exam. Every chapter has an exam. After every chapter, there is a unit test. After every chapter, there is sloka exam. Okay, so these marks have to be sent to Mayapur Institute. So when I send the marks, not like, unlike now in Bhakti Shastri, I've sent all your Karmi names also, they'll issue certificates. And in Bhakti Vaibhav, only Devi Dasi or Das, that name should be there in the certificate and to be sent also. So I cannot include. So you can just participate, in the sense you can just attend the class and write the exams. But if you have to be eligible for certification, at least by 3 years, we expect. No, that's what we expect. And actually in Bhakti Shastri, at the end of Bhakti Shastri, you're supposed to be initiated. But yeah, because of many reasons, family reasons and personal reasons, we are not involving when we are not interfering in all that. But at least for the certification, that is the thing. Okay, and a Bhakti Vibe. So yesterday was a special day for Bhagavatam. Now, what was it? Anyone remember?
Mataji,
Bhadra
Bhadra
Purnima.
Purnima.
So what was that special day?
Appearance day of Srimad Bhagavat.
Bhagavatam. And then on that day, whoever donates, at least mentally, or recites and hears Srimad Bhagavatam, definitely they have a supreme destination. And Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. The first 2 cantos are what part of the Lord?
Lotus feet.
Yeah, the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, so the first 2. That's so when we start a Bhakti Vaibhav session, we are supposed to go systematically. So, Bhagavatam is like a sugar candy. Now, why do we say it's such like a sugar candy?
Whichever side you eat it, tastes it is sweet only.
Yeah. So similarly,
Bhagavatam also first canto or 12th canto, it's same only, but we should follow the systematically to read systematically.
yes. So that means even if we taste from any side, Srimad Bhagavatam is going to be sweet. But that's not the point. We are supposed to know everything, every part of it. So we should go what? Step by step. Okay. And the first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, who all have it, just take it. The first canto, which is the verse Prabhupada quoted in the first canto? The first beginning. Just take the first page.
Mataji, Krishne Swadhamo Pagate Dharma Jnana Dhi Saha Kalo Nashtadha Shamesha Puranar Ko Dunoditaha 1.3.43.
Krishna Swadhama Pagade Dharmajnana Divisaha Kalo Nashtadrisham Esham Puranarko Adunoditaha. Krishna Swadhama Pagade. Like once Krishna went back to his abode, like he finished his pastime and went back. Then what happened? Dharmajnana Divisaha. Along with the Lord, what happened? Dharma, religious principles, everything went away. But then where did Dharma reside after that? Puranarko Adunoditaha. So Purana, okay, it has resided in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna himself, and it is not different from Krishna himself. And that's why we are supposed to read it systematically. Because when Kunti Maharani saw Krishna, when Kunti Maharani was taking darshan of Krishna, from where did she start taking darshan?
From feet, Mataji.
No. Kunti Maharani didn't take darshan. Actually, we are supposed to take from lotus feet. Okay, up, like darshanarati and all. But Kunti Maharani in the first canto, 8th chapter, when she started saying Kunti Vaja Namasye Purusham tu Adyam Ishvara Prakrite Param Alakshyam Sarvabhutana Antar Bahir Avastitam Maya Jamani Gachanna Matnyadokshajam Avyayam Alakshya Muda Drisho Nato Natyo Taravayata. So she have beautiful Kunti Stuti. There she didn't start taking darshan of Krishna from the lotus feet because she is the aunt of Krishna. And she didn't want to embarrass Krishna. You know, when elders come and touch your feet, how do you feel? No, that embarrassment. So she's the aunt, and she knew Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So she took darshan from the thighs of Krishna upward. But we are supposed to take darshan from the lotus feet. Okay. Now, when we take darshan, so we take darshan from the lotus feet. So when we take darshan, what we are supposed to do? We should. Finally we go up to the lotus face. So which canto is the lotus face of the Lord in Bhagavatam?
10th canto, Mataji.
10th canto. So 10th canto is the face. Okay. So here in the sloka it says Padavyato Pratam Dvidiyo Tritiya Turyaketev Yad Uru Napistada Panchama Eva Shashto Bhunjartam Toryukalam Tanyo. So Padavyato Pradhamadvidiyo, Padavyato Pradhamadvidiyo. So Pado, the Krishna's lotus feet. First two cantos are the Krishna's lotus feet. And Mukha Ravindam Dashama Prafullam. Dashamaskanda, the 10th canto is the Mukha. And why we have 18 volumes, no? 18 volumes, and there are 12 cantos. Now, in the which volume is the highest among all the cantos? Great, largest?
10th.
10th canto. Why? Might be some reason, no, behind that. Is there any reason?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Parikshit Maharaj wants to know every leela of son of Nanda.
Yes, very good. So, Parikshit Maharaj, Aishwarya Mataji, did you make this thing, attendance link for this batch? I mean, it's like combined batch. I'm combining Sunday and Monday together.
Yes, Mataji, I have made Mataji. Sadhana form and this.
Okay, thank you. So as we're supposed to have 25 as the limit, but again, we can add some more devotees. I'll see whoever is finished Bhakti Shastri. So here, as Deepti Mataji said, yes, when Parikshit Maharaj, when Malsya, Kurma, Varaha, everything is over, all the pastimes are over. When it came to 10th canto about Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, okay. Etecham sakalapum sa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indriyari vai gulam loge mridayanti yuge yuge Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, when the avatari, when the Leela of the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna came, every detail, Parikshit Maharaj is like, what happened in the first year of Krishna, second year, third year, fourth year. And finally, when it came to that Leela of where Parikshit Maharaj killed, when Krishna killed Agasura, the big snake. Okay. And after that, Shukadeva Goswami just said 1 year passed, and then the Gopas, initially what happens whenever they Krishna kill any demons, the Gopas will run to their mothers and tell that, you know what happened? Krishna killed this demon today, this demon today. But after killing Akasura, the big snake, the Gopas, after 1 year, they said to their mothers about Akasura's killing. So, and then he just left it and he went to the next pastime. And Parikshit Maharaj stopped Shukadeva Goswami saying that, no, what happened? Why did they wait for 1 year to tell about the death of Akasura to their parents? And then Shukadeva Goswami smiled and he came back to the pastime. So every time the Krishna Leela happened, Parikshit Maharaj was asking more and more because he is avatari, so attracted to the childhood pastimes of Krishna. But why did actually Krishna do Gopas do that? Why did they tell after 1 year?
Because Brahma had abducted them. So Brahma's 1 day is actually on the earth 1 year.
Yeah, so on the evening of when Akasura was killed, Brahma Vimojan Leela happened. As Mataji said, yes. As you all know, Brahma saw the Gopas and all playing, and then he kidnapped. And
Hare Krishna.
We will wait. Maybe Mataji's line got hung.
Mataji has disconnected. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, she will join again. Yeah,
She'll join again. Yes.
Hare Krishna, I had some network issue. Okay. So here, where did we stop?
About Aghasura, the snake.
So that 1 year. Okay. So you know that by how that 1 year passed. And then, okay. So, okay, so what should we do is we should read, like, since it is the Nikama Kalpaturur Kalitam Phalam Shuka Mukhatamritatrava Samhitam Pipata Bhagavatara Samalayam Muhur Aho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavka. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of all the Vedic literature. It's the essence. Now, what do you call the essence of the milk? What is the essence of the milk?
Ghee.
Okay, you take ghee and then what is remaining? The cream part, no? There is a cream part from which you make the ghee. So that means it has all the nutrients, all the essence. So similarly, Bhagavatam, Vyasdeva, after compiling all the scriptures, he was the Vedas and everything, he was not happy. Narad Muni had to come and say, you didn't mention about Krishna, you didn't mention about Bhakti or devotional service, you didn't mention about Krishna's pastime, because that's what will give us a lot of happiness. Okay, Yatma Suprasitati. Okay, so that's why. And so first and second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna's lotus feet. So we should start the Russian darshan from the lotus feet. So we have to start from canto 1 and 2. Now, normally what happens? Everyone likes to jump to 10th canto. That's why Prabhupada gave us the Krishna book. You can read Krishna book, the synopsis of 10th canto. Don't directly jump into it. Okay, you can read the Leela here and there. But what happens? People try to misunderstand Krishna, directly jumping to Rasa Leela and all that. So systematic study. So since it's a sugar candy, you can taste it, the nectar from any side. But as a sincere student, we should do canto wise canto, page by page. And Prabhupada says, sincerely you read, you can see Krishna in every page of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are just instruments. We are delivering what Srila Prabhupada have spoken in Bhagavatam. Actually, Bhagavatam is, what you say, you can relish Srimad Bhagavatam only by reading daily. Okay, daily it. Daily reading should be done. Yeah, Swadhyay. There should be at least, you should decide, okay, today I'll read 1 chapter or 10 verses. Or 5 verses along with the purports. So first canto is lotus feet, third and fourth are the thighs, fifth is the navel, sixth is the chest, 7 and 8 cantos are the arms, 9 cantos is throat, 10th cantos is beautiful lotus face, 11th canto the forehead, and 12th is his head. Okay, Jaya Jaya Bhagavata Deva, Jaya Jaya Bhagavata, Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Swarupa, Jaya Jaya Bhagavata Deva, Jaya Jaya Bhagavata, Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Swarupa. So they are not different from Radha and Krishna. Okay, so Bhagavatam had to be worshipped. And what does Bhagavatam do to us? Like there is Sanatana Goswami in his Krishna Leela Stava. Okay, so there, so in Krishna Leela Stava by Sanatana Goswami, he mentions about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so there he says, there he says, Madega Bandhu Mat Sangin Madguru Manmahadana Manishkaraga Madbhagya Madananda Namostute Mad Ega Bandhu. Srimad Bhagavatam is my only relative. And Madega Bandhu Mat Sangin. Srimad Bhagavatam is my only wealth and my friend. And Madega Bandhu Mat Sangin Madguru, my spiritual master. And Manishkar Madbhagya, my fortune. Purva Janma Kridam Punyam Tada Srimad Bhagavate Labe. After so many Janmas, Punya only you'll get Srimad Bhagavatam. You can read Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of devotees. You get Srimad Bhagavatam written by a pure soul, pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. It's not easy. You've gone to, I've seen so many other Bhagavatam sets. No other Bhagavatams had such beautiful Bhakti Vedanta purports. The purports of Srila Prabhupada, that's amazing. That makes Srimad Bhagavatam very simple for us. Otherwise, just reading translation, we will not be able to digest Srimad Bhagavatam. And Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamali, you can just drink Srimad Bhagavatam in the sense through your ears. Why? Because Shrunvata Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hrudendasta Bhadrani Vidanodi. So just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna comes and resides in our heart. And what does Narad Muni say? How many times should we read Bhagavatam? How many times?
6.
That's Prabhupada says. Like we have to read Prabhupada's book 6 times. What does Narad Muni say? Srila Prabhupada is very merciful. 64 rounds, he made it 16. So similarly, Narad Muni said, Sada Sevya Srimad Bhagavate Kada Yasya Shravana Matrena Hari Chittam Samashre. Sada Sevya. Go on reading. Okay. Till your life leaves the body. Go on reading. Srimad Bhagavate Kava. Why? Yasya Shravana Matrena. When you hear it very submissively, very attentively, Hari Chittam Samashre. Krishna will come and sit in your heart. Because Krishna loves Srimad Bhagavatam, because Bhagavatam is about Krishna's devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. It's very, very dear to Vaishnavas because it's about Krishna's pastime and his devotees' pastime. Krishna loves to hear about his devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with Gadadhar Pandit, used to, in Tota Gopinath, they used to sit and read 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 100 times. And their tears were coming, and it was, the whole Bhagavatam got wet because of that, the tears, hearing about Prahlad Maharaj, a pure devotee. Okay, so Sarva Shastrapi Piyusha, Sarva Vedega Satphala, Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya, Sarva Logaiga Dritparada, Sarva Bhagavata Prana, Srimad Bhagavata Prabhu, Kali Vandota Ditya, Shri Krishna Parivartita. Okay, so this is what the sloka I said. Madega Bandhu, Mat Sangin, Mat Guru, Man Mahadana, Man Nishtaraga, Mat Bhagya, Madananda, Namosude. So what is Srimad Bhagavatam? Madega Bandhu, my only relative. Why? Because normal relatives are how? When they come, when there is happiness. They go away when we are in sadness. But Srimad Bhagavatam stays with you even when you are in sadness. I have a friend, she reads Srimad Bhagavatam like 1 chapter a day. Okay, so 1 chapter a day. Some chapters have 90 slokas, just imagine. But that's the thing, wow, she have taken. So there, they have a highlighter and they highlights all the important instructions Prabhupada gives. So whenever we are sad, she's sad, they just go through the Bhagavatam so that all the teachings of Srila Prabhupada just comes to you and all make you enthusiastic. So, and Srimad Bhagavatam has to be studied, not just read like a magazine. You should have a sloka book too, because the first chapter, you have to memorize the first 3 slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. What is that? Janmadya Sedo, Dharma Projita Kaidava, and Nigama Kalpataru. The first 2 slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, first number 1 and 2, it's the most difficult because it's lengthy, it has more words. So start memorizing now itself, because chapters will get over fast and you have sloka exam. So every chapter has an exam, closed book. So sloka has to be studied. Okay, I'm not scaring anyone. If you have any difficulty, let me know. But then keep hearing the slokas, keep reciting it, try to memorize it, because Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. When you recite Bhagavatam, you are actually worshipping the Lord. So Madega Bandhu, Bhagavatam is not like other relatives. Just go away when we are in distress. It will stay with you even when you're in distress. And Mat Sangin, also it is said, when there is power cut in your house, what is the first thing you do? If there is no inverter and all the, okay, you light the candle.
Mataji, we'll check that the neighbors have light or not.
Yeah, why do we do that? And when the neighbors,
we just want to be sure.
Yeah, but if the neighbors
We'll be happy if they don't have that.
If they don't have power, you're happy. But if they have power, then
You're sad.
Yeah, you will
Then
start
we got
worrying
distressed.
because there may be fuse issues or anything. So it's normal in materialistic world to be para dukkha sukhi. In the sense, when others are in distress, we are happy. But Vaishnavas is different, para dukkha dukhi. But this is normal tendency. when you see others having distress, you feel like, oh, I'm not at all in distress. So one Mataji was saying, senior Mataji, that when you read Bhagavatam, there's a lot of problems. Everyone have undergone problems. Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Narad Muni, Vyasdev himself, Parikshit Maharaj getting cursed and what not. No, Bhagavatam is full. Kunti Maharani and the Pandavas, what all they suffered. So many things happened. And so when you read Bhagavatam, you feel that, okay, you are in a much better position. When somebody asked His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj that my parents are not allowing me to do bhakti. So Maharaj said, your parents are not like Hiranyakashipu, right? Who tried to kill Prahlad Maharaj for doing devotional service. They are not at least killing you. So just everything, if somebody become envious of you and criticize you, just imagine how Krishna's tolerated Shishupal's criticism 100 times. So when you relate Srimad Bhagavatam in our daily life, what happens? Our life become very easy. So Madega Bandhu, Mat Sangin, my only friend, Mat Guru, because he's a spiritual master, because Srimad Bhagavatam will teach us how to live, how to associate. Mahadhana, my only wealth. Only wealth. And Mat Nishtaraga, Mat Bhagya, it's my fortune. And Madananda Namaste, my happiness. Okay, so it's very important that Srimad Bhagavatam is our only friend, only companion, only teacher, great wealth. He's the deliverer, he's our good fortune, he's our bliss. So Srimad Bhagavatam is not to be taken lightly, and especially that sloka when Prabhupada have quoted in the first page that Krishna Swadahama Pagade, when Krishna went back, Dharma resided in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Krishna. Okay, so I'm just trying to glorify Srimad Bhagavatam because Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says about Srimad Bhagavatam as being the spotless Purana. You say spotless means what? Nothing to be taken away. Like you have a ripened mango, and in that mango there is no seed inside, no peel outside. Then what can you do? Just you can swallow it, no? Very ripened. But in the ripened mango, you can't just throw stones or in a stick. You have to pass, it has to be passed from one person to another. So through the Guru Shishya Parampara. Anybody knows the story of Dundukari and Gokarna? How they heard Bhagavatam?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Gokarna was there were two kids born. Actually, when they prayed to the God to have a child, but they got one ripened mango from one Muni, and he gave that to one wife. So he gave that to his wife, but she was not interested to have the child. So she gave that mango to I think cow. So that child was born to the cow, and that child was having a very good spiritual consciousness. He was called
Child's
Gokarna.
name is Gokarna. Go means cow, Karna
Yes.
is ears. So that
Yes.
child was named as Gokarna. Yes.
Yes, Mataji. And the lady who was actually, she was pretending that she was pregnant and all that. So she got some other child who was not at all a devotee. So he was Dundukari. So he was having so many bad character and all that. He was sinful. But finally, one day he passed away, and he was acting as a ghost standing on the tree. But when Gokarna was reading Bhagavatam, he was listening to that, and he was delivered immediately. There were many people who were listening to this, but he was the one who got moksha, Mataji. I'm not completely sure about this, Mataji, but I have heard this. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Because as Mataji said, he had a very bad birth in the sense he was not pious, he was not religious. So Dundukari got a ghost body. So to get rid of that ghost body, he had to have some solution. So he went to his own brother Gokarna and said, please deliver me from this condition. And so Gokarna said, I'm going to have a Bhagavad Saptah for 7 days. You come to the Bhagavad Saptah place and you hide in a bamboo stick. And on the 7th day, you'll get moksha. So Dundukari's only intention was, I want to get moksha, I want to get moksha. So he heard Bhagavatam very submissively. On the 7th day, the bamboo stick broke and Dundukari, who was a very sinful soul, he got a 400 that Vishnu Duda form, and he went back to Vaikunta. And all the others in the Bhagavatam Saptah were like, we also heard Bhagavatam for 7 days, but why didn't we get moksha? Because the submissive hearing intention is very, very important in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so Bhagavatam, the first 6 cantos, we'll just see the systematic overview. This is going to be the curriculum, like okay, this we saw in so in Bhakti Vaibhav. First we are going to do the first 3 cantos. Okay, and that's what at the end of the course we are supposed to take first initiation. Expectation, that's our expectation. That's for 3 years the course. Okay, so these are the number of chapters. Total number of chapters in Srimad Bhagavatam is 335. So if you read 1 chapter a day, you can complete Bhagavatam in less than 1 year. Ratnangi Mataji, you can share how you completed the 12 cantos to all the devotees. How did you read?
So Mataji, I had made a sankalpa that I should read Bhagavatam before I leave this world. So keeping that in mind, I started. So every day around 1.5, 2 or 3 hours, I used to spend in the afternoon time reading Bhagavatam. And I had a small chart of how many pages to read. So at least minimum 100 to 150 pages I was reading. So I could complete in 1 year's time, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So in 1 year, you completed all the 12 cantos.
Yes, Mataji.
Less than 1 year?
Almost 1 year.
Okay. Yeah. So you should have that determination. So all of us, that determination only will help us to read more. As Mataji said, okay, so many pages a day. Okay. So that is a good way of connecting to Srimad Bhagavatam. That is daily reading. Okay. So daily reading of Srimad Bhagavatam has to be done. As that's called Swadhyay. You should have your self-reading actually. The self-reading of Srimad Bhagavatam has to be done. Otherwise, what happens? If you don't do the self-reading, then what happens is most of the time we tend to lose taste in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, if you don't have self-reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so okay, we'll see how well we can complete, because the course is like once a week. So going through the purports of Srila Prabhupada, that is the first chapter, first sloka, you can see this big purport by Srila Prabhupada, and we can't read the whole thing in the class. So you're supposed to read and come. Okay, next Monday, I expect you to read the first 3 slokas purports. Okay, so in my Institute of Higher Education, they see the live streaming class. Okay, recorded classes might be there, but then we are not encouraging recorded class because of your attendance problem. Like the Monday batch, 2 of them didn't get Bhakti Shastra certificate just because of attendance. So they're supposed to repeat it because it's very important. And there will be record group discussion. You're supposed to be interactive. There will be question answer session. Okay, and then assessment. Yes, closed book short answers. That's what after every chapter there is a unit test. Unit test 200, like short. It will be short closed book. So, and also essay open book after every canto, so not to be worried. And presentations also after end of every canto, so don't worry. Slokas for memorization 70 verses overall it is. We'll see some concession can be given, but it's better to remember the verses, because it will help you in preaching also. Now, when you take a Bhagavatam class in your temple, or at least in online, you can quote some verses. It gives your philosophy more stronger. Okay, so closed book 25 marks minimum. That it depends on the length of the chapter. Okay, so there is a test after every canto. Also, there is a grand test later. Okay, first is after every chapter. Okay, so then there'll be presentations also 45 to 60 minutes after the end of each cantos. Okay, attendance, yes, minimum 75%, along with sadhana chart and interaction in the class. Not everyone are interactive in the class, so I'll note who all are interactive. That's very important. So in the first session, we'll have the first 19 chapters of Canto 1. So Canto 1, is the module 1. It is divided to module 1. That is first 19 chapters. That is a canto 1. Section 2 is canto 2, where the first 10 chapters, okay, the first 10 chapters. Third canto is again divided. Okay, this is how we're going to take. So after every section, there'll be one grant test, one open book test, and then 125 unit test. Because there are 35 chapters in the first 6 cantos, so there'll be 135 unit test. And all the tests should be handwritten, not typed, because there'll be chance of copy pasting from the database. So we don't encourage that. It has to be handwritten and uploaded. Okay, so that's what we have. You have to complete a Bhakti Shastri course, and you're supposed to get the certificate. Okay, and also at the end of the course, we expect you to take first initiation so as to send your marks or for evaluation requirement for Bhakti Vaibhav course. Expecting. Okay, let's see how many of you are going to take. So candidates with 75% attendance only will be allowed to sit for the final exam. Okay, the basic rules. And attendance will be circulated only once. Okay, from next time, the first 10 minutes of the joining session. After that, it's not going to be circulated. And open book we'll discuss later. Okay, now you don't have to worry about open book. So unit test, yes, after every chapter. Okay, after every chapter, and there'll be sloka exams also. So very, very important to memorize the slokas now itself. Okay. And presentations, you can do, you'll be given a topic and 4 oral presentations. Now one batch have finished first canto, so they are doing presentations. So based on the presentation, your marks will be evaluated and you'll be given marks. Okay, so it's very important to get the knowledge through parampara system for the chain of disciplic succession. Prabhupada, before going to America, he wrote the first 3 cantos. Why? Because he wanted the basic things, basis to spread Krishna consciousness. So Bhagavatam is very, very important in that way. And the commentaries are very, very important. Actually, Bhagavatam is the commentaries of what? Which is the expansion of what, Bhagavatam?
Mataji, Vedanta Sutra.
Yeah, Vedanta Sutra. So anybody knows any Vedanta Sutras? The first Vedanta Sutra is what?
Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Brahma Jigyasa. Brahma Jigyasa.
Yes, Adato Brahma Jigyasa. So it's just a word, no? Adato Brahma Jigyasa. What do you understand with that? Adato Brahma Jigyasa means you have to inquire about the absolute truth. Okay, it can be explained in pages and pages and pages. That explanation is Bhagavatam. Actually, if you see the first verse, Janma desya donvayat itaratashartesha pitnya swarat tene brahma hridaya adikavaye muhyandi yat suraya tejo vari mridam yada vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhagam satyam param dhimahi. 1.1.1, first canto, first chapter, verse number 1. So that explains the Vedanta Sutra. So Janmadya Sayada, that's a Vedanta Sutra. And the explanation is given in Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is nothing but the commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. And who spread Advaita philosophy?
Shankaracharya.
Yeah, but Shankaracharya never touched Bhagavatam. Why? He commented on all the scriptures, but he didn't touch Bhagavatam. He's Lord Shiva. Nimnaganam yada Ganga Devanam Achyuto yada Vaishnavanam yada Shango Puranadam Adanodita. Purana Arko Adam Itam. In the sense, Bhagavatam is the highest Puran, and Vaishnava, among Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva came as Adi Shankaracharya, and he didn't touch the commentaries on Bhagavatam. Why?
Mataji, because Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a sutra that Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swaya. That means it is Bhagavan, it is not Nirakar, not Mayavad philosophy. So on this, it cannot be on.
Yes, so that means Adi Shankaracharya's philosophy is Advaita philosophy, saying that Mayavadism, I am God, you're God, we're all God. No, there is no God existence. So Bhagavatam is basically about what? As Prabhu said, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam, it's about Krishna's pastimes. If Advaita philosophy, the Shankaracharya's philosophy is that God doesn't have a form, Nirakar, Nirguna. So if Shankaracharya says Krishna doesn't have a form, then Bhagavatam is about Krishna's form only. how Yashoda Maya taking care of Krishna and the Damodar Leela and whatnot. So on one side, Advaita philosophy says Krishna doesn't have a form, and on the other side, Bhagavatam says Krishna has a form. It doesn't make sense. So Advaita Acharya, not Advaita Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya wantingly didn't touch Bhagavatam because Bhagavatam is completely about Krishna. And Advaita philosophy completely goes against the form of the Lord. No, so he purposely didn't touch it because he knew. And later on, he said Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda. He's a devotee itself, just to fool people. Meaning just to play, because initially Buddha came and stopped animal sacrifice, and later on to bring people to pious things, Shankaracharya came. But that is again this thing. So Srila Prabhupada says that we have to have an educational institute so that Bhagavatam can be studied. And only in ISKCON, I feel that this such studies of Srimad Bhagavatam, the scriptures are all done, because it's very important. And Bhakti, Vinod Thakur said to Bhakti Saraswati that he have a special desire to preach the significance of books like Srimad Bhagavatam, Satsandarbhas, and Vedanta Darshana. And he tells that in Mayapur, you should have an educational institution. And we are so fortunate that even though we can't go to the Dham and study, stay there and study, at least in online through Mayapur itself, we are receiving the certificate. So very fortunate to get into it. So our hope and encouragement that Narad Muni have said, Tyaktva sadharmam charanambujam harer bhajan napakko atapate tadoyati yatrakapatram aputamushikim ko varta apto abhajatam swadharmataha. So what does Narad Muni say? Tyaktva swadharmam. If you have given up your occupational duty and bhajan apakko, you've done bhajan or devotional service, and apakko in the sense it's not matured. Okay, you gave up your occupational duty and you have done devotional service, and devotional service is not matured in the sense you might be in a Kanishta Adhikari state. That's okay. Still, and Pate Tado, even if I fall down, you will not fall down. Why? Swalpam abhyasa dharmasya traide mahudabhaya. It'll save us from great danger. We can start from where we stopped. Yatra kabaddam abudapka mishikim kovartapto abhajadam sudharmana. It's much, much better. You don't lose anything. Much, much better than a karmi who don't do any bhajan. Abhajatam, who doesn't do any bhajan. And he's such a so fond to his occupational duty. But what does he gain? One who has forsaken his material occupation to engage in devotional service of the Lord may sometimes fall down while in an immature state. Yet there is no danger. Okay, even though he's not successful. On the other hand, a non-devotee, though fully engaged in his occupational duty, he does not gain anything. Okay, Shrama eva hi kevalam, it's just waste of time. So failed spiritual attempt is much better than so-called perfect material life. Now, most of us might feel, no, we are neither enjoying like a karmi, nor we are pure devotees. We are stuck somewhere. And when you keep, initially when you come to devotional service, ISKCON, we feel like, oh, we are like great devotees. But as you keep, you're all reached Bhakti Vaibhav, you know that we know nothing. As you learn Bhakti Vaibhav, you feel like, I don't know anything about Krishna. I don't know anything about devotional service. And devotional service is like, what we are doing is nothing. We are all in Kanishta. We're not even eligible to be called as a devotee. And you come to know that we have to do more and more and more. So it's like an ocean. Devotional service is like Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And then what are we doing? But that even though we are failed, even though we didn't reach that bhava and prema stage, even though we are stuck in anartha nivritti, it doesn't matter to say that this attempt is much better than so-called perfect materialistic life. Okay, so we have hope. In the sense, next life, we can start from where we stopped. Okay, so we are supposed to know more and more. So I'll just go through the first verse, okay, of Srimad Bhagavatam, which says about Janma Adyasya Yada. That means Krishna is the Janma Adyasya Yada. In the sense, Krishna is the supreme spiritual master, or he is the one who is actually he is the one who is actually going to take us back to Godhead. So Krishna or his representative. It can be Krishna or his representative. So whenever we talk about Krishna, Krishna is not alone. He is always with his devotees. Okay. So Krishna means Krishna and his associates, Krishna and Radharani and his Sakis and Gopas, and the Parampara also comes in there. So whenever we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we should have that mood that we are receiving Krishna, or we are trying to know more about Krishna. And then Bhagavatam will reveal to us. So when we saw the introduction in the first text, here, Parikshit Maharaj was chosen by Krishna so that that curse happened. What is the curse Parikshit Maharaj had? Just giving a background.
He will
He
die
will
in
die in
7 days.
7 days.
Yeah,
By
how
the
did he get that curse? From whom did he get the curse?
Shringi.
Shringi's son.
Why did Shringi curse him?
Because
Uh,
Parikshit Maharaj put the snake in his father's neck. Dead snake.
Dead snake around?
Ramakrishi.
Huh?
Dead snake around his
on
Shringi's father.
Shamik Rishi.
Shamiga Rishi. Okay. So what made Parikshit Maharaj do that? Why did Parikshit Maharaj put the dead snake around Shamiga Rishi?
Mataji, because he was thirsty.
His Kalyug's impact on him, which was on his mukut, which he was wearing gold, and because of that, his buddhi, his mind he got him to do that thing, and it was plan of Krishna also to make him do that so that Bhagavatam could be heard. And
Yeah,
the
Sri
whole
Lalita Mataji, happy to see you after a long time.
Mataji.
Okay, yes, very good. So, Parikshit Maharaj has been a great devotee. He he couldn't tolerate thirst for some time. And that made such a big offense. He have done such a big offense. And even though the offense was not so great, he got cursed. So, isn't that injustice?
Mataji, that's I think just Krishna Leela, because he just want Bhagavatam to be like heard by every to the world.
So how we
this
can say that, how we say that Arjuna was in lamentation. Arjuna being a great Kshatriya. Arjuna is what? Who? Vishaka Saki. How can Arjuna get into lamentation? No, Krishna made Arjuna go into lamentation so that Bhagavad Gita could be spoken. Devahuti, the son of, the mother of Kapila Dev, how did she go into lamentation? And so that Sankhya philosophy could be spoken. Also here, Parikshit Maharaj was chosen by Krishna, and Krishna made it happen so that the thirst was just a materialistic thing. But then Parikshit Maharaj for 7 days, he didn't drink any water, he didn't eat anything, he didn't sleep. And he was continuously 24 hours listening from Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami is already liberated, so he's the Shuka parrot of Radharani. And how did Shukadeva Goswami actually come, in the sense, the parrot of Radharani, how did he come to the material world?
Mataji, actually, Krishna and Radha used to meet, and Radha Sakhi used to arrange for that meeting. But one day, Shuka was a parrot.
Vrinda.
So one day, Shuka parrot went to Radharani and said, we have seen a beautiful place and you will be able to meet Krishna over there. So then Radharani punished him that I'm happy to hear that, but you should not have told me. You should have gone to my Sakhi Vrinda and told her, because she's responsible for arranging all this. So, but then that Leela had to take place in the earth, so she sent him to the earth as a.
But on the way, what happened? Shukadeva Goswami, when he was coming down, the Shuka parrot.
He was listening. Parvati, Shiva Bhagwan was telling Parvati about Srimad Bhagavatam, and as usual, Parvati went to sleep. But Shiva Bhagwan was hearing somebody was saying When Shiva Bhagwan opened his eyes, he saw this parrot was actually saying So Shiva Bhagwan got angry and went behind him with a trishul. So the parrot Shuka flew and he entered Vyasadev's ashram, where Vyasadev's wife was sleeping with her mouth open. So he entered into her mouth, and like that she got pregnant.
Vatika. Okay, so then for 16 years he was inside because he didn't want to get trapped by Maya. Sharan Prabhu, please note that Kusumlata Mataji didn't get the certificate, so please try to download hers if possible. Okay, others all have got. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so yes, that's one thing. And then yes, he was the parrot. So Shuka is also called as parrot. So when a parrot eats a fruit, what happens to the fruit?
Hare Krishna Mataji, its cover break and like a fruit's taste become more and more sweetest.
Yeah, so the pectin cover, there's a pectin cover around the fruit and it enhances the sweetening. So parrot, it is said that whichever fruit the parrot has bitten, the goa and all, it will be more sweeter. So Bhagavatam is already sweet, but it became more sweeter when it came from the lips of Shukadeva Goswami. Okay, Shuka Mukad Amrita Drava Samyutam. So it became more sweet when it came from the lips of Shukadeva Goswami. And Shukadeva Goswami is not just like a parrot which repeats. No, parrot just repeats, not even knowing, understanding the meaning. No, parrot also sing in such a way that even a child to an elderly people get attracted to a parrot, no, speaking. So similarly, Shukadeva Goswami spoke in such a nice way that even a child or anybody can get attracted. So that's why it's not just like parent, like repeating. Okay, so I'll just cover the first verse little bit and then we'll words from Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, in that case, we can start a theological school along with a boys' primary school. Our theological school will regularly teach our published book like Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Nectar of Devotion, Brahma Samhita, Krishna. And Prabhupada says we have to hold exams and award titles at Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta. The whole program will continue for 7 years. And Prabhupada says anyone who's little bit conversant with the above books can go anywhere, chant Hare Krishna, distribute back to Godhead and hold classes in the above books. The world needs this consciousness of Krishna and we have to manufacture many preachers for this purpose. So ISKCON, books are the basics and preaching is the essence. You all should become, now it's the right time to become preachers because you all finished Bhakti Shastri already. Bhakti Vaibhav is just an additional thing for you. If you've done Bhakti Shastri, you can preach anywhere. And so unless you preach, your knowledge is not going to increase. Your Bhakti Shastri knowledge will just remain there and it will be just a certificate, a PDF, a copy. It will have value only when you start preaching, because when you start preaching, the mercy flows from the parampara. So take the opportunity and preach, and this Bhakti Vaibhav just adds to your knowledge. Okay, and so Prabhupada made it compulsory, and also to take Brahmanic initiation, you need the Bhakti Shastri certificate. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a transcendental science, not only for knowing the ultimate source of everything, but also for knowing a relation with Krishna and our duty towards perfection of human society on the basis of this perfect knowledge. It is powerful reading matter in the Sanskrit language, is now rendered in English elaborately, so that simply by a careful reading one will know God perfectly well. So much so that the reader will be sufficiently educated to defend himself from the onslaught of atheists. Over and above this, the reader will be able to convert others to accept God as a concrete principle. Okay, so Srimad Bhagavatam is a spotless Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam Yat Vaishnavanam Priyam. Spotless means you can't find any defect in it. And it's most dear to the Vaishnavas because it's very pure and the supreme knowledge of Paramamsas. Even liberated souls enjoy Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone knows that story of Lord Shiva and Mata Parvati reading Bhagavatam in a temple in Kerala in Kottayur? Yes.
Yes, Mataji, that temple over there, usually it opens only during the Bhagavad Saptaha. And I think Bhattatari, no, Mataji? Bhattatari or who?
Yes, Pundanam.
Pundanam, yeah. So Pundanam was reading, and every time he was reading the same chapter only, and he wondered why every day he was reading the same chapter. And he wondered why I'm reading the same chapter again and again. So after that, the Saptaha was over and he was returning. The temple doors were all closed, and he realized that he has left his Bhagavatam book in the temple. So when he comes back to the temple, he hears the sound that somebody is reading that same chapter again. So he puts his ears to the door and he tries to listen. So he sees that Shiva Bhagwan and Parvati are conversing, and Parvati tells him that why Pundanam was reading the same chapter. Of that time, Shiva Bhagwan said that it was not enough for me. I again and again wanted to hear the same Leela. That's the reason why. And here Pundanam was very shocked, like Shiva Bhagwan is reading the same chapter to Parvati. Hare Krishna.
Always say Lord Shiva or Shiva Mahadev, because Bhagavan word is used only for Krishna. because Shadaishwarya Purna. Okay, so Krishna is Bhagavan Swayam. So Bhagavan word you use for Krishna. Okay, so the first verse, we'll just go through it. Next Monday, I expect all of you to read the purport and come, because no use of me saying the 7 attributes of the absolute truth from the sloka unless you read the purport. Anyone read the purport before coming to the class today? In 1 week time? Canto 1, chapter 1, verse number 1. Nobody read. So no point in explaining this. So please read and come. I make sure that you read and come, because the first canto Bhagavatam, first chapter, first verse, 1.1.1. When you say 1.1.1, first one stands for canto, then the chapter, then the verse. Okay, so first canto, chapter 1, verse number 1. So this has a very big purport, and Srila Prabhupada has given beautiful explanation about the absolute truth, Krishna. This verse indicates the sambandha, our sambandha, Krishna sambandha. What is my relationship with Krishna? The second verse of Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, indicates our relation, the process, avideya, the bhakti. What process can I do to re-establish the lost relationship? And the third verse is about the prayojana, the goal of doing bhakti. Krishna sambandha, bhakti, avideya, and prema prayojana. So this is the sambandha. What is my relationship with Krishna? Okay, who is Krishna? Who is the Supreme Lord? So the first sloka. So why I spoke about Shukadeva Goswami is Shukadeva Goswami, yes, recited Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. Now, now after that, what happened? Who else recited Bhagavatam to whom?
Namisha Rishi Mataji.
Suta Goswami to the sages at Naimisharanyam.
Sages of Naimisharanya headed by
Shaunaka Rishi.
Shaunaka Rishi. Yes, very good. So Suta Goswami spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to the sages of Naimisharanya, that is Shaunaka Rishis. Okay. So here they are offering obeisances to Srimad Bhagavatam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and then talking about the absolute truth, Janmadyasya Yada. Janmadyasya Yada is the Vedanta Sutra, just that word. And that indicates Krishna is the origin. So what is my sambandha about with Krishna? So this verse indicates the 7 attributes of the absolute truth. Okay, the 7 things. What are they? Janmadyasya idonvayat itaratas chartesha pitnyaswarat tene brahma hridaya adikave muhyandi yat surayah tejo varimritam yata vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. You have to memorize this verse. Okay, it might be difficult. It sounds very difficult, but as you keep reading, it's going to be very easy. All of you from next week should have a sloka notebook. I'll check if you on your video and show me a sloka notebook where you write this verse. Okay, you split the words Janmadyasya Yato Anvayat Itaratas. Go to word by word translation by Srila Prabhupada. See the meaning. Swarat means independent. Write it down with another color pen or leave some space and understand the meaning. Hear the recording of the verse again and again and again until you get the proper meter. You don't have to be a singer and all. Just understand how you can recite in proper meter and proper way, pronunciation. Then register it in your mind and then keep reading every day. Then the sloka just get registered. Anybody can learn slokas. It's not a big thing. Okay, only thing is you have to have repeated effort for it. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, you're paying obeisances to Bhagavan Vasudev, Krishna, who's the son of Vasudev. And Janmadyasya means he's the origin of everything. Where Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Adirihi Devana, Aham Sarvasya Prabhova Matta Sarvam Pravate, that Krishna is the origin of everything. And Itaratas Chartesha Abhijna Swarat, Krishna knows everything. Indirectly, he is fully cognizant. And he's Swarat, he's independent. He doesn't have to depend on anyone. We are dependent on everyone, but Krishna is not dependent on anyone in that way. He's dependent on his pure devotees. He becomes subordinate to Yashoda Maya in pure Valsalya ras. But otherwise, he is Swarat or independent. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikave. What does that mean? He imparted the knowledge to Brahma. How?
Through the heart, Mataji. So he was transferring the message through heart.
When?
When the creation was started, Mataji.
Yeah, so that means from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, the navel, the lotus come, and inside lotus, the Brahma was there, and Brahma searched everywhere and he heard the 2 words. What are they? The 2 syllables? The 1 word? Supposed to do tapasya, and that time Krishna, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adika, Krishna is in a heart as Paramatma, he is in a heart as Chaitya Guru. He gave knowledge to Brahma within his heart and Muhyandi Yetsurai. So it's just deluding. The demigods also get illusioned because how Krishna can do this. Tejo vari mridam yada vinimaya yatra sargo mrisha. It's so wonderful how Krishna doing everything. And damna svena sada nirastakuvam. Where is he always situated? In his goloka. Goloke vanivishiti agilatma bhuta. Satyam param dhimi. He is the only absolute truth. When you say no, when you take the dead body, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Krishna's holy name or Ram's holy name, Krishna is the only truth. Rest, everything gets disappeared in this material world. It's all temporary. But Krishna and his holy name stays. Satyam Param Dhimahi. He's paying obeisances to that, the supreme absolute truth. So here, we are paying obeisance in first verse is a namaskara to the Hari Guru Vaishnavas. Okay. So here, you can see the 7 attributes of the absolute truth Krishna is mentioned. I'll explain this only in the next class if you read the purport. But now I'll just say what is it. Janmadhyasya yadonvayati taratas charteshu means Krishna is the cause of creation, maintenance, and destruction of this universe. Everything, material and spiritual, everything comes from Krishna. Apitnya, he is the knower of all objects. He knows everything directly and indirectly. Like there is a chief engineer of a construction project. Okay, he knows everything what's happening in the construction site. No, he knows directly also. That means he directly goes and see things. Also, he knows through his supervisors also. So directly, Krishna has his agents as the demigods. So through demigods also Krishna knows things. Indirectly also he knows everything. And Swarat is completely independent. Krishna comes in his own sweet will. Nobody forced Krishna to take birth. Yes, pure devotees like Advaitacharya and Brahma can cry for Krishna to come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but otherwise, he's independent. He's dependent only on his devotees, but he's completely independent. Tene Brahma Hridayadikam. He revealed the Vedas to Brahma within his mind. And Muhindi Yetsure is difficult to understand Krishna, even for the learned people. Tejo Vari Mritam Yada Vinimayo Yatra Sargo Mrisha. Krishna's body is thought to be made of matter due to illusion. Okay, like made up of Panchapur, but it's not so, it's spiritual. And Damna Svena Sada Nirastakukam. Krishna exists in his spiritual world, and he negates all false argument regarding his existence, possessing a transcendental, inconceivable form by the strength of his devotee. So, Satyam Param Dhimahi. He is the absolute truth. Param means highest. Satya means the supreme Lord who exists in all time and space. Dhimahi, let us worship or meditate on that person, on Krishna. So this is the Vedanta Sutra actually. Though Brahma Jitnasa is the first Vedanta Sutra, this is also mentioned here. Also Janmadhyasya also is mentioned here. Okay. So just I'll explain each of this, the meanings and everything in the next class only after you read and come the purports. Please read the purport and come. If you have a Bhakti Vriksha group in your previous Bhakti Shastri, you can continue there, or else you can have a new group. Also, Deepti Mataji has a reading group also. So, why don't you all sit and read Bhagavatam also, Mataji? Like separately, this group, this batch, you can make another timing for Bhagavatam reading. Okay, at least the first canto, the first 3 verses. Please come prepared next week. You decide if you can do it alone. But if you have a habit like Ratnanga Mataji, you are used to read, then it's fine. But if you not have that habit, always have a reading in a group or in association will definitely help to get that boost. And once you get the push, then you can read wherever you are. But to get the taste to read Bhagavatam, especially Bhagavatam, because most of the devotees complain that first canto is very volatile, Mataji, you can't remember anything. You keep reading, you keep forgetting. That's what devotees tell me. Now, how many of you experience that? Keep reading and then you come back and you're like all new. Again, you have to read. Sometimes it happens, especially first canto it happens, but as you read, you get the taste. Krishna, Swayameva Spirita, Krishna will reveal. So don't worry, pray to Bhagavatam. Please help me, like, and then, yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. You can post the attendance link.
Yes, Mataji, I wanted to ask.
Yeah. So anything to add? So daily see, always we have a chart, no, in your mind. Did I complete my 16 rounds? Yes. So did I read Srimad Bhagavatam or Prabhupada's books today? Yes. Did I hear Srila Prabhupada or some Vaishnava lectures? Yes. So these 3 things should always go in your mind, not just chanting. Okay, 16 rounds done. No. You have to have a regular reading, also regular hearing. Shravanam and Kirtanam, that's what will help our Bhaktilata beach to grow. Okay, so develop that habit. It's not like we don't have time, we are not prioritizing things. So try to read first canto, first chapter, verse number, first 3 verses. 1.1.1, 2, 3. Okay, so try to do that. Read and come through the purports. Go through the purports, you'll get all the, I'll share the question bank also, but the question paper will not come from the question bank, okay? It might be there, some few. Mataji, the link is not working.
Yes, link is not working.
Just see.
Aishwarya Mataji, one question, if you allow me to ask you.
Yes.
Mataji, that the question bank which you had given earlier is different from what you have given now.
The question bank is different?
Yeah, it's different. I checked the questions. So earlier the questions were different and now it is different.
Yeah, you go through both of it. The first one also please post in this group. Okay.
Okay.
Go through both of it, because anyway the questions, your question paper will not come from the question bank. It's going to come from the purports. Okay, but it just to encourage you to learn, because now you're all in Bhakti Vaibhav, so it's going to be a little tricky. So you have to go through the purports, but question bank will help you to prepare, okay, to concentrate on which part of the book. So post that also, Mataji. Let's see. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I did upgrade.
Okay, and in the new question bank, we have to do only the short answer questions, also short essay and long essay.
Going to be short answers, but go through short essays also, not long.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so please read and come. See, Bhakti Vaibhav is not just about marks. It's about gaining knowledge and to try to understand Krishna more and more. Yes, Avik Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Mataji, I have a question. That is the chapter-wise test which you were telling. What will be its weightage in the overall marks?
It depends. I think first chapter, not much, like 25. Basically, it will be 25 or 30. 3 marks each, 2 marks each, like that. Short answers.
Okay. And
like how you had closed book for Bhakti Shastri, no? Same way, CBA. Like that.
Okay. So in the new question bank, the assessment marks, weightage, everything is given if you go through that, which Aishwarya Mataji has posted, Bhakti Vaibhav, student handbook.
It depends, Mataji. Sometimes it might change. Okay, it might change. It may not be the same this thing, because question papers are set by another teachers, not me. So question, it might change, but it's okay. Almost like that. Okay, it will be almost same. Oh yes, Deepti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, like we are taking 6:30 to 7 a.m. Like small book reading classes. So Mataji, if a devotees want, then we can continue like from 7 a.m. to 7:30 daily. We can take the Srimad Bhagavatam reading half hour.
Will it be convenient for all? Because those who go for work, I don't know. Discuss in the group and have a poll and then decide. It's in the evenings or whatever time convenient. Okay. Yeah. So have a reading session. If you don't do that, then at least try to read it alone. Okay, individually. Please try to read, because reading is very, very important. Okay. Can I stop? Anything else to add? Hare Krishna.
Mataji, can I post a sadhana form from this week, Mataji? Is it the same format?
Which one?
The sadhana form.
Sadhana same. Bhakti Vaibhav sadhana also like Bhakti Shastri only.
We have to fill the sadhana form, Mataji?
Yeah, sadhana form, Mataji will post it in the WhatsApp group. Okay?
Okay, we'll do that, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So let's see, like, did you all fill it?
Yes, Mataji. Attendance form filled.
Okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. So next week, please read and come. Okay, the purports. Bhaktivedanta Puppets of Srila Prabhupada. It's very, very important. Okay, read and come so that it's easy for you. Okay.
Yes,
Hare
ma'am.
Krishna, everyone.
Hare
Vajjaga Kripa Sindhu Patitaram.